Good morning and welcome to this platform. This is The Junction. Everybody wants to be successful, everybody wants to achieve greatness. But do you know what it takes? Do you know this secret? Well, we're going to share that secret. The secret that transforms a nobody into somebody of significance. In the movie Kung Fu Panda, and I love Kung Fu Panda. My children loves it so much. They watch all the installments. In the first installment, the first one, Po, a goofy nobody, a loser, transformed into a hero. And at the end, when he opened up the dragon scroll that Ugu had put together, he thought he was going to see something magnificent in the scroll, something that would make him have possessed this unlimited power. Well, when he opened it up, he found that the scroll was blank, and all he could see was the reflection of himself on that scroll. But the whole point, it wasn't really about the scroll. It was about the transformation that was needed to get to that point where you can even possess the scroll, because the scroll really tells you that you are the power, because you have transformed yourself into an embodiment of what it takes to be that person, that hero. Somebody says something that I would have loved to say, but they say so very well that I just had to borrow it. They said, anything of value must be converted, must go through some kind of conversion, or what I will call transformation. See, anything of value has to go through transformation. Well, let's give an example. If I go to the store and I buy a bag of rice, I'm not going to be eating the bag of rice just as it is. It's raw. I take it home and I prepare it into a meal. I put it through some kind of transformation. I cook it either just plain white and I can eat it with something, or where I come from, I'm a Nigerian, make it into what we call a jollof rice. Something has to happen. Or if it's a fried rice, like if you go to a Chinese restaurant, anything of value in life, what is it that you can think of? Think of gold. Well, before gold becomes something that is valuable, something that adorns our body, something that holds such great value, something that does not tarnish. Before it became that, you had to go through refinement, some kind of transformation, because gold ore by itself is not valuable. You have to refine it. In fact, in the book of John chapter 12 verse 24, Jesus gave us that word. He said that unless a seed falls to the ground and dies, it remains single. But if it dies, it brings a lot of harvest. See, the seed dying is a form of transformation. That's what germination is, right? The seed has to be planted in the soil. It dies there and it comes out as a new plant that becomes a tree, right? And if it's a fruit-bearing tree, it bears so much fruit. Whatever it is, if it's a crop, it bears so much fruit, so much seeds, right? And it can feed many. That is the work of transformation. A Yoruba proverb says, whoever is born must rebirth himself. There has to be transformation. So, in order for you to become who God has called you to be, and for you, it may not be a superhero, as in the case of Po in Kung Fu Panda. Of course, you're not a plant, so for you, that may not be applicable. But what is applicable to you? What is God calling you into in this season? What is it that you are desiring to become? For you, it could be to be a better mom. And for you, it could be to be a better co-worker, a better business person. For you, it may be to reach your greatness, to fulfill your purpose. I want to submit to you today that without transformation, you cannot successfully, so let me put it that way, you cannot successfully attain greatness. You cannot successfully become that which you desire or that God has placed in your heart to do. You have to go through transformation. In my book, Start From Inside, the book is about transformation, and it introduces what I call introspective transformation. See, introspective transformation is a deliberate transformation of yourself, going from who you are to a better version that embodies what it takes to be successful. In this video, I cannot talk through what that means, right? But you can get a copy of the book and you can check out some of my videos where I've talked about that in depth. There are 7 steps to transformation. Again, these are not linear steps. It doesn't have to be linear or sequential, but these are things that you must undergo in order for you to become the embodiment of success, the embodiment of success. Transformation is a requirement, and like I said, transformation is that bridge that takes you from purpose to greatness. Imagine you're going to greatness, which is where every one of us is going, whatever that means to you, right? A better mom, a better father, a successful person, whatever that is, right? Transformation is that bridge, because there's a gap. How do I get to greatness? How do I become this, right? I'm here, I'm struggling, I'm stuck, I need help. Well, transformation is that bridge that takes you there. There is no secret, just like in Kung Fu Panda. There is no special secret out there for you to achieve what God has called you to be, or for you to fulfill your desire. The secret, if we can put it that way, is really introspective transformation. The deliberate and continuous, it's not a one-time thing, right? You transform, you become this, you want to move to the next level, there needs to be another transformation. So you're always transforming yourself, because you need to embody what it takes to operate or to go and begin to operate at that level. Where are you in your journey, in your purpose journey, in your transformation journey? Where are you? I challenge everybody today to go inward. That's what introspective transformation is. And make an inventory of the areas of your life that are questionable, that you need help, that you're stuck, and begin to acquire the knowledge that you need to transform that, to take you to the next level, to push you ahead in life. Well, till we meet next time, keep walking this purpose journey. Take care.